What's up, girls? So I know that in last week's video, I said that I was going to talk about some more techniques that you can use and implement on your schedule, on your routines, and everything like that. And then I realized that September is Suicide Prevention Week month, and I felt very called to speak my truth and to speak anyone else's, be the voice for anyone else's truth. I know that suicide is a hush hush topic. We don't like to talk about the hard things going on in life. We seem to shame people who have the courage to talk about their emotions, their problems, what they're going through. And so I feel like really uncovering the need to off yourself or the need to not feel anymore, I feel like that needs to be talked about more and really understood, because I feel like there's a lot of people who get triggered when this kind of topic is brought up, and it totally makes sense. Like, it's a scary, it's a big topic to talk about, but we need to understand that the more we talk about it, the more we let other people talk about their feelings and what they're going through, the more I feel like the that number of people offing themselves is going to go down, because we're not shaming people for, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. Like, what, you have a great life. What are you talking about? Your parents are together. Like, you have nothing to worry about. And I feel like that is the biggest mistake that we make. Is we don't know what the other person is going through. Sure, it seems like they may have a perfect life on the outside. Their parents are together. They have amazing siblings. They get along with everybody. But you don't know what someone else is going through. So being able to openly talk about our emotions and having our emotions be received in a way that is accepting and loving, and letting that other person know, like, girl, you're not alone. Like, you may be dealing with this in a way harder situation, but this is normal. This is okay. It's not going to be like this forever, and I am living proof of that. Okay, so we're going to jump into my story and my background. So I grew up in a family of biologically 5 kids, and my mom foster cared and adopted a lot, and I am the middle child. I have 3 older siblings, blood siblings, and all 3 of them attempted, right? So all 3 of them tried to off themselves, and I feel like by the time it got to me, my mom was over it. She was like, I don't have enough energy for this. Like, I just can't deal with this, because she saw this the cuts on my arms and did nothing and said nothing. I believe that I showed a lot of signs. I did not mask well. Like I feel like it was very obvious. But I think by the time it got to me, my mom was like, "Okay, like stop. You guys are just trying to get attention." So fast forward, I got out of that situation and I was living with my sister and her boyfriend at the time, and I tried to off myself again right after he decided to essay me. It's a really hard video to talk about. I seriously did not think I would get this in depth in this video. But I guess that's what Taking Back is about, right? Taking Back is about being vulnerable and talking about things you really wouldn't talk about anywhere else. So after I got out of that situation and my sister and that guy broke up and we got out of that house, I was able to be around people who were able to hear me with an open heart and understand where I'm coming from. They may not have understood like what was going on with me because nobody shares the exact same experience, but they were able to understand and sympathize and just really be there for me going through all of my hard times and everything. And that's when I got into therapy and really worked on my value and who I am as a person, because I started therapy and my therapist was like, "What do you see for yourself in the future?" And I said nothing. Because growing up in a traumatic household, you're so worried about the then and the now that you're not really focused on the future. You're not focused on college. You're not focused on a career, a family, whatever. You are too busy trying to survive. And that's what I was doing. I was surviving. And I had no future for myself. I didn't want a future for myself. I didn't want to continue my life. And that was 6 years ago, I want to say. And then I went through therapy and things got better. I think the one thing that really did help was the people that I was around. So I was no longer around the toxic, manipulative people. I was around growth mindset, positive affirmation kind of people. And at the beginning, I thought they were freaking crazy. Like, I was like, guys, if you say the word communication one more time, I will literally lose it. And now I'm over here making a business about growth and mindset and personal development and inner child work. I just think it's funny. So, all this to say, it really does get better. I am living proof of it. You're not alone. If you need someone to reach out to, feel free to message me on Instagram or over on the Taking Back page We are full of girls who are just all in the same boat. We're all just trying to grow. We're all trying to become better people after the trauma that we went through as a child. So, if that sounds like something you're interested in, we do a call every single Monday at 2 p.m. PST time, and I will leave the link in the description down below. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. You're not alone, I promise you. Just reach out to someone if you need, because this world needs you, and there is a purpose for why you are here on this earth.